flex, flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Oh, it's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I want you to know something. The tides have changed. I hope you understand. Yesterday was an historic moment. You know Ish is real when my brother Black comes back and has to do a live stream of boxing. He was done with boxing. He was done with boxing. I mean, he was. If y'all go back that far, I remember when he did the live saying this is no longer a boxing channel. Because he's seen what we seen on the inside. He said, you know what? I ain't effing with that. He's still LDBC. He's still DHP, 100%. He's responsible for the promotion of DHP. He's responsible for that. They ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that. I'm talking about the haters. They ain't gonna tell you that. He's responsible for Bud versus Errol. Did you know that? Did you know that? Do y'all know about Black? See, some of y'all are Johnny come latelys. Do y'all know about Black driving over to Bud's gym and making that a reality? Y'all know about that? Y'all don't know about that. My brother Black is responsible for a lot of things. After the thing with Deontay and how, you know, they tried to freeze out this young King Devin, he saw what it was. Y'all remember when during the pandemic, they were talking about boxing is dead? What was the big talk coming out the pandemic? Gary Russell and who? Devin. Who was responsible for that? We were. LDBC, we were. Fights don't get made on YouTube. That's what this fool Eddie Hearn tried to say. Fights will get made on YouTube. Bullshit. We were close to getting Gary Russell and Devin Haney. Know how that ended? Rest in peace to Batman. I said, yo, we got to fight. Batman said, yo, we don't. I'm like, what happened, bro? He said, Pops don't want it. I was like, Batman, why not? He said, I don't know. And there goes that. So if anybody asked, I'm not saying Gary's ducking or nothing like that. But when his Pops was alive, Pops had the last call. He said he didn't want it. I don't know what the reason was. Batman said he didn't know. But they listened to their Pops. I was like, damn. And that's why the fight didn't happen. So when people talk about why they hate the LDBC, they don't know how instrumental we are. And one thing's for sure is that we stick up for what's right, number one. And we back our black fighters. Yes, we do. When they're doing right by the sport and they keep their word, we talk about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, why is that wrong? When black people can congregate and support each other. Why are y'all so intimidated by that? I'm saying this for a reason. And forgive me, y'all. I see y'all in the chat. I'm skipping the roll call because I needed to get straight to the business. Salute to y'all. I see everybody in the building. Coach Hudson, that was a phenomenal live. Salute to you, good brother. You passed me the baton. I ain't gonna let you down. Why is it wrong when black people congregate and we support each other? We don't say F whitey, F Latino, F Asians. No. We just support our own. And if the contemporary, whatever fighter we're supporting, if the contemporary is another black person, we're going to support that too. We didn't hate Bud, but Errol's from Texas. It's a man down over here, but we acknowledge Bud because Bud, we always said Bud was a bad mofo. They fought, we saw what happened. Never hated Bud. I said, well, damn, Bud is officially a bad mofo. He smoked Errol. That's what it was. I was there. I bought 2 pay-per-views, and I went to the fight on my own dime. I supported the brothers. I didn't make a hate video. No, I said, no. Full credit. He smoked Errol. We saw it. That's it. Nope. Full credit. Nope. Not having it. I didn't tolerate any hate towards, but nothing. The question was answered. That was it. Period. That's it. I always supported Bud. Always. And now we're here. Now we're here. We're here. The reason why I brought up the race thing is because the WBC, that is the green belt. I call the vomit green belt now. That's a Latino belt, is it not? I mean, let's call it what it is. Call it what it is. Brother Reef, thank you for reminding me. Did y'all know that we're the people that wrote the letters to the IBF for Bud to become undisputed? Did y'all know that? That was us? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know we was responsible for voicing that out loud? Did Max Kellerman do that? Did HBO do that? They were still around, I think. I know Showtime was around. Did anybody get on there and say, all the people that you listen to? Paulie Max, did he say that? Anybody? Did y'all know that? So when people talk shit about the LDBC, we did a lot for Bud. And guess what? Bud don't have to acknowledge us. We didn't do it for that. We did it because it was the right thing to do. I bet Bernie don't even know that. I didn't even say that. I didn't say, Bernie was on the show. I didn't say, hey, man, you know, we lobbied for. No, there's no need for that. We did it because it was the right thing to do. We're not looking for a stroke. The whole time, we tried to protect the integrity of the sport of boxing. And what do we get? Attacked by a bunch of knuckle draggers that are the same color as us. Or they could be light skinned, wearing hoodies. Nigga walking on treadmills. Got our whole dick in his mouth. Yo, man, the LDBC, man, the fake bus driver, man. You gonna tank the best, man. Man, shut up, bro. Wait, what the fuck? Get off my beef. Stop it, bro. You lost. You lost, bro. Time revealed all truth. Mellow Yellow that you support, he's done. It's over. Try talking boxing. Try talking boxing and see how many people give a damn about what you say other than trying to snap on us in defense of Mellow Yellow. It's not going to work. Nobody cares. Anyway. Sauteed nuts, guzzle them, man. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. When you're doing live streams on a treadmill, somebody told me, he called me a fake bodybuilder. I don't know. I don't watch him. A fake bodybuilder? I never claimed to be a bodybuilder. I just lift weights, eat healthy, and I just look like, I just look this way. And I share my videos to motivate people. I'm a 50-year-old man. Dude is barely 40 and he's walking on a treadmill in a hoodie in the house. Is it cold in Texas? By the way, anybody from Texas, is it cold that y'all gotta wear those kind of hats on your head in the house? What's going on there? For the rhetorical question, I really don't care. But you know, Young Abel in that super chat, he says black fighters need to do what Riddick Bowe did, throw the belt into the trash. Turns out he was right. In principle, he was right. In theory, thank you, Tay-Tay. In theory, we needed that Lennox Lewis fight at the time. That's something else, though. That's something else. It's not relatable to what we're dealing with here. Well, it is, but it isn't. He said it's 50 in Houston, but no reason for a Scully in the house. Nigga ain't got no heat. Nigga on a treadmill, out of breath. Justifying mellow yellow. I mean, really think about that. That's signs of a sick man or a sick grown adolescent. I'm a fake bodybuilder, so I guess he's a fake track star. Nigga on a treadmill. The niggas on a treadmill talk about me. What the fuck? I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why? I was like, yo, why are you sending me this? Oh my God. It's comical. To me, it's comical. It's comical. Nobody cares about that guy's boxing opinion unless he got his knee pads on and he's opening his mouth, right, on his knees, guzzling Tank. Well, he can't guzzle Tank. You know what's crazy? BF says what he says about Tank, and I'm gonna get back to this because this shit is irrelevant. I just need to say this stuff. BF has a real relationship with Tank's team and actually tried to get that nigga to talk to the team or on the rise, whatever it is, and they said no. And I'm like, wait a minute, how? And I spoke about this a while ago. I said, yo, you need to get him on the rise or something. And you know, it's out now, so I could say it. BF told me this a while ago. He said, nah. I said, why? Why not? This dude, you know, him and what? He says, nah, they don't fuck with him. I said, you're kidding. They don't know his channel? Or he said, yeah, they know. I said, so why don't he? They like, yo, nah, they don't even want to talk to him. I said, oh shit. Guess what? Tank's OG was right there. Yeah, Fatal Fury in New York, Tank's OG was right there. There you go. All of that ball slurping for what? These niggas don't even want to talk to you. Put you on blast on social media, the World Wide Web. And I said, that's not fair. I said, man, that's not right. That's not right. This is his #1 supporter right here. Why he do that? And then says, brothers fight. That nigga don't know you. This nigga's in love. He's a stalking woman. This nigga's in a relationship and the other nigga don't know he's in a relationship. This is the shit that nightmares are made of. Anybody in the chat, male or female, have y'all ever had a stalker? I had one that I legitimately had to call the police on, a woman. This was years ago. I said, oh shit, this bitch crazy. I mean, keyed up your car type stalker. Like, what happened to my car? And a witness said, yo, look, I was sitting over there smoking a cigarette and some woman hopped out of a cab and fucked your shit up, got back in the cab and left. I'll say, how she look? She told me how she look. I'll say, yo! Had to call the police, and then they went to go talk to her, and then she got arrested. And I was like, well, what happened? They said, yo, we just asked her a question. We didn't have any solid evidence outside of what you said, and then she jumped bad with us. Yeah, I did it, and what? That nigga don't know how to pick up his phone type shit. I was like, what? He said, yo, she incriminated herself. I said, yo, look, I don't need a restraining order. I need a motherfucking restraining order. Because that bitch crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I had one of those. Detroit, my brother, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. I'm just cooking. I had one of those. That nigga is like that. That nigga's defending Mellow Yellow. Y'all ever talk to a woman about her baby daddy, and every time you see this bitch, she coming to work with swollen eyes, hand marks on her neck? How you got bruises on your neck and your dark skin? That nigga's fucking you up. And then when you say, yo, look, you need to get away from him before you die, she start barking on you like you did it. Mind your business. He loved me. Nothing says I love you more than a punch in the face. From the Where's My Dinner Bitch Chronicles. How was your day at work, honey? Boom! Shut up, bitch! Go make me turkey pot pie! Looking ass. That's these niggas. That's that nigga. No man, I don't care who you are. You say that shit to me online, I'm not fucking with you. After all this defending I've done, and all he said was, brothers fight, some shit he said. Family fights or brothers fight. I was like, that nigga's not your brother. He don't even like you. Look what he said, bruh. And I said that was wrong. Now, I did a little meme, and I did it to be funny. I wasn't firing shots, but he came up here, oh, you it's like that. We doing that, Drew. We doing that, Drew. Well, my life tonight is get the fuck out of here, nigga. Shut up. I don't give a fuck what you're doing on your lives. You know why? Because I'm not there. So do your worst. Nobody cares. But stay on that treadmill, though. Track star. Freedom's March in that super chat. Salute. Salute to you, good brother. Great cook yesterday. Junior. Yeah, exactly. The Where's My Dinner Bitch Chronicles. Yes. Niggas is hoes out here. I'm talking boxing. What the fuck are they talking about? I'm talking boxing. What are they talking about? Niggas is on treadmills. Niggas told me what he said. I'm a fake bodybuilder. Damn right. Never said I was. He said, what'd he say? I was a fake bus driver? Nah, I really do that. Dude, you know what you don't want to do? You don't want to get in a roast session with me. You will lose. You're not going to win that. Light skin? Nigga got mad because I call him light skin. You know he got bullied as a kid. You know that, right? You know he got bullied as a kid. You know he did. Trust me, man, he did. The kid that come into the classroom, it's like he got a big nose. He talk like us, but what's up with his hair? Nah, man, he's tainted. All right, which one of your parents is white? You know he got bullied as a kid. I'm a fake bodybuilder, but he's doing videos on a fucking treadmill. Yo, you're welcome. Get your shit in shape, nigga. You're welcome. I'm at least a decade older than you and in way better shape. You're welcome. You too can look like Drew Titan. You start by getting on that treadmill. Absolutely. Chest, triceps, back, biceps, abs, and squats every day. Men, cut down the sugar. Sugar affects your dick game, man. Leave the sugar alone. testosterone. All of that comes from the hips downward. You need to do squats every day. Build up those quads. You need to be doing cardio and squats and lower abs in particular every day. 2,000 calories a day or lower. Lower. Ladies, 1,700 a day. Get active. That's what MOVE is all about. It's not just a saying, it's a way of life. You're welcome, light skin. Stay on that treadmill. You're on the right path. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Keep blowing Mellow Yellow. Because while you're blowing him, he might be getting his back blown out if he gets locked up. If this nigga gets locked up, you know what he's going to do? He's going to do a countdown to his release. And that's how he's going to maintain his channel. So you can gracefully eat a dick between two slices of bread, light skin. But go and keep talking about me. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like most of these niggas on YouTube that got my beef in their mouth, you notice they always talk about my physique? You notice that? Freedom's marching that super chat. He says, I'm light skinned. Please call him light skinned. You notice all these little niggas talking, and I stress the word little niggas. They always talk about my physique. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Y'all remember Malakoon? It was like, niggas hit me. I was like, yo, who's this nigga? I'm like, I don't know. Drew the Midget. He. I'm like, who? I said, he sounds short. I said, this nigga better be at least 6'5". Nope. Everybody was sending me pictures of this dude. Like, yo, this nigga's like, he's like 5'4". I said, so why is he calling me that? Man, leave me alone, man. What is this? What is this? Leave me alone. Goddamn. I ain't do nothing to that nigga. And I ain't do nothing to this nigga. Everybody that got my beef in their jaw, I didn't do shit to them. I just tried to be cool. I ain't say nothing to nobody. Now, nigga, I'm a fake bodybuilder, but niggas is on the treadmill out of breath. Talking about Tank. Here's the bottom line. Your favorite fighter, I don't give a fuck if it's Teofimo, Shakur, Ryan, Tank. Your favorite fighter is not even close to Devin. Financially and career-wise. It's not even close. It's not even close. And instead of talking about what you see, you try and play word salad to justify the wrong shit. And everybody sees you. I'm interested in quality, not quantity. When Jerry Springer went off the air, where'd that fan base go? When that man died, where'd that fan base go? Interesting, right? If Tank goes to jail, or if Tank gets knocked out in his next fight, if he even loses, what are these niggas gonna talk about? Nope, there it is. And with that, let me read these super chats, and I'm gonna talk about Bud and how Bud is a boss right now. You know, this is what bosses do, shit like this. When we told you guys like Devin Haney is making boss moves, y'all ain't want to believe it. We say, yo, look, no, Devin really got more bread. Matter of fact, light skin will tell you that Devin got more bread. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that. When we talk about boss moves, this is what we're talking about. This shit. I fucks with Errol heavy. But why do you think he hasn't been in the ring all this time? We told you there's a problem with the goddamn PBC. Errol also made a statement during the Bud conference at the Palladium. I was there when he mentioned the WBC fees. He mentioned all of the sanctioning fees. He said, where's this money going? Remember when he said that? Where's this money going? He said that on the stage next to Bud. I was there. I said, wow. And magically, that was his last fight. He's not old. He's not sick. He was supposed to be fighting Sebastian Fedor at 54. Why that fight ain't happen? So are we talking boxing or what? The fighters were letting you know there's more freedom with these guys now. Errol's not stressed for money. So what's really going on with the PBC? Turkey Al-Sheikh came through, and he was the variable that no one saw coming. They're like, what is this? And his pocket's so deep that everybody's playing ball. In no universe would you have ever seen a Matchroom versus Queensberry event. You would have never seen that. Turkey put that on. We were supposed to get Bivol versus Beterbiev like 5 years ago. And it was not even close until Turkey came along. Now we're going on the third fight. He tried to get Devin versus Tank. Who said no? Mellow Yellow. For the most disgusting and gayest reasons I've ever heard. So you don't want to go to Saudi out of fear, but Devin went to Australia twice in one? Nigga.
What?
Turkey's bringing out the smut in you. All of you. But this is a double-edged sword. We're going to talk about it. It's a double-edged sword. My brother I-Rock in that super chat salute. He says, salute and respect, OG. Why are you hating on light-skinned folks? We don't want no trouble, but we ain't running from the smoke. Shout out to my light-skinned Negroes. But some of y'all motherfuckers, that other come out you, be like, yo, okay, I'm starting to see what's going on now. It's like your eyes was brown, but now when you talking shit, your eyes turn like green. It's like, uh-oh. That's that Euro shit coming out. What's going on, man? Who's Scottish in your family? Bruh, what the fuck? Relax. Professor X in that super chat. Salute to you, good brother. Salute. Boxing, please. Oh, God. Big Joe Townsend, salute. So, Mauricio's mad, right? You know what, Mauricio? You know what I'm mad at? I'm mad that when Deontay Wilder was on the Breakfast Club and he said, I want a body on my record, you lost an investigation. What the fuck was you investigating? Exactly. He said it. And what? What are you going to do? Take the belt? I see Maurice in the chat. Aaron, salute. What was the investigation about? But he's not supposed to say that? Once upon a time, there was a fighter named Roberto Duran. Y'all just Google the shit that he said. I mean, the shit that he said when he was younger was like, damn, bro. Damn, man. The fuck? I don't recall anyone launching an investigation on him. I don't recall. I could be wrong. Let me know. Did any sanctioning body launch an investigation on Roberto Duran because of something that he said? I don't know. But he launched an investigation on Deontay. It ain't go nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck? He's talking shit. This is what boxers do. So what? Investigation? You know why I'm mad, Mauricio? When Devin and Bill were on 78 Sports News, and when the brother said, I'll never let a white boy beat me. Clearly talking about Vasily Lomachenko, who was ducking. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he may have been already franchised out. If he was franchised out after that interview, that's worse. That is worse. Now, nobody watches our little YouTube channels and whatever, but the day he said that, when I went to bed and got out of bed that morning, it was all over the news. The boxing media. It was on Boxing Scene, Boxing News 24, everything, World Boxing News. It was everywhere. And they demanded an apology. And they gave it for the sake of argument. And he didn't get that Lomachenko fight right away. Either he was already franchised or they franchised him out after that. I don't remember the timeline. But clearly Loma was ducking with the assistance of who? The WBC. And then y'all allowed the world to call Devin an email champion. Oh, we don't have no control over what people say. You have control over what was done, though. Loma said, I didn't ask for it. They offered it to me. If that's the truth, Loma, you wasn't supposed to take that. You supposed to fight Devin. You wasn't supposed to take that. But you did. You did. Right? And if Mauricio's telling the truth, Loma, you petitioned for it because they say that's not how it works. You have to apply for it. We vote on it. And we say yay or nay. But you can't be both. If you're a franchise status, you got to give up the real belt. So somebody's lying. But it happened, Mauricio. Some of you clowns talk about it's not about race. Hold on, I'm reading something. God damn. All right, thank you, Stormy. Hold on, let me get to this cash app real quick. EJ and that Thank you, EJ. Yeah, I'm getting it out today. I couldn't get it out tomorrow. I'm sending it out today. I had so much to do. I'm sending it out. As soon as I get off this live, I'm out of here. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna text you, brother. Salute to you, brother. Yeah. So when they say it's not a racist thing, listen, man. In real time, y'all remember those racist emails that got leaked from Golden Boy? When they called Al Heyman Black Hitler? Remember that? That's real shit. That happened. The only person to ask about that during the press conference was Fred, Barbershop's Conversations. And what did they do to him? They took his credential and escorted him out. And he's been on a tear ever since. Because that was the time where the PBC was supposed to protect the only black man that was asking the real questions. So that's just a little nugget for y'all Johnny-come-latelys. For all of you that are like, oh, what's wrong with Fred? What's wrong with Fred? Yeah, Fred had a chip on his shoulder. But in my opinion, at that time, it was justified because I was there for all of that. There was a video. He has the video where he went into the conference and everyone's a glorified. I forgot what fight it was for, but it was a glorified beef blowing contest. And he raised his hand. He says, what are your thoughts about the email? He said, what is your response to the emails calling Al Heyman Black Hitler? That's all he asked. They took his credential and escorted him out the building. Bernard Hopkins didn't say anything, and that was a Golden Boy thing. They called him Black Hitler. All of those Latinos at Golden Boy. And we never got a response for that. They never got an apology for that. That happened. So when Fred went to his platform and started leaking, because you know what you're not going to do? You know what you can't do? The same thing I say over here. Oh, you just hating on Tank. You just hating on Tank. I said, great, call me a liar, though. Call me a liar. You don't want me to talk about him running over pregnant bitches? Is it a lie? Did he not have a car accident, lead the scene, and the woman was pregnant? Is it a lie? No, it's not a lie. Same thing with Fred. He started revealing things that conversations he was having with high execs from Showtime and the PBC, and he was coming back to his platform and saying it like, hey, man, this is what I was told over a card game. Fred, you cap. Fred, you lying. Where's Showtime now? Uh-oh. Look, I'm not telling you to like the guy. I'm just saying call him a liar. That's all I'm saying. You could tell me a bunch of shit that I don't like, but if it's the truth, I have to eat that. I gotta eat that. I don't like it. When we was in school, did we like homework? Did we like book reports? No. The reality was we had to do it to pass. Did we not? Okay. Some fighters don't like working out. What happens if they don't have a good camp? They get beat up. It's the reality. And the reality is the WBC is full of shit. That's the reality. And they've been doing this and getting away with it because there was no other choice. Every fighter felt they had no other choice. What DHP did, they cut deals that worked for them. I'm not signing a lifetime contract. Shout out to Anthony fucking Joshua who don't know any better. He thought signing a lifetime contract will have him a steady income stream so he'll never go broke. I don't know what's that about. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. But Devin was never still in anything. And then in the midst of him moving around, Turkey came along. Right place, right time, right mentality, because he wants to fight everybody. That's what Turkey said. I love Devin because he'll fight anybody. But all y'all interpreted was the cat and mouse thing. Y'all already thought he was talking about Devin? Oh, yeah, the cat and mouse thing. That's why he's making him fight Brian Norman. No. Devin made the list. Turkey didn't. All of this negative shit you talk about that kid. Look at you now. And y'all was talking this shit about Bud. Look at you now. Look at y'all now. Now, I'm not telling you to like Bud. You can hate him for whatever. You can hate him because of his dark skin, and I don't give a fuck why you hate him. Bud is a boss. Take that. What he did yesterday was historical, and I support it. But it is a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. Now, I like the fact that he stuck it to Mauricio. But I need y'all to understand, and I said this yesterday. It bears repeating. What Bud did, I've been wanting to see a fighter to do this for a long time. He has access to Turkey money. He has access to another entity that actually doesn't give a shit about any sanctioning body, but they also have the money not only to compete, but to eclipse the sanctioning bodies. And that's great for the A-list fighters. What does that mean for the kid in the gym right now? What does that mean? Tell me, what does that mean for the kid punching the bag in the gym right now? With no backing, no buzz. They just know him in his block. He's from Boogaloo, Arkansas somewhere. He's hitting the bag, and he's nice with it. But nobody knows him. Just people in his small-ass town that we never heard of. The shit ain't even on Google Maps, but he's nice with it. There's been trainers that came through and say, yo, this kid right here, how old is he? 17. Holy shit. No financial backing, nothing. What does it mean for guys like that? Nothing. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, my bad, Rod. Out of sight, out of mind. That's the trade-off. And that's when it becomes WWE. That's the danger. Because Turkey is not overseeing all of this. He's just footing the bill. What he's going to do is put that in the hands of Dana White. Dana White's going to run boxing like how he's running the UFC. On one hand, we're going to get all the fights that we want. If you have a belt and you have a Mando, you're fighting. Period. Period. Now, warriors like Devin don't give a shit. Warriors like Bud don't give a shit. Their bag is secure. They're going to get paid what they feel they're worth. All those other guys on the undercards, that's it. Gone are the marketing schemes. No longer will a guy like Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn gonna grab some light-skinned nigga from some Ben Whitaker looking nigga and say, look, we can make money off this handsome lad and build up a gay fan base, because that's exactly what Anthony Joshua's fan base was, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that. That was the first time I saw a homosexual fan base. I'm like, wait, whoa. All we want him to do is become undisputed. There's one belt left. Just fight. Oh, this guy has skinny legs and he's too dark and he can't sell out Alabama. Okay, that's great. He has skinny legs. He can't sell out Alabama. He is a WBC champion. Just fight him. Oh, he doesn't need to fight him. What? Why? Look at him. No, I don't want to look at him like how you looking at him. I want these brothers to fight. What is it? These dudes was homosexual. That's what it was. Same shit with Tank. Y'all heard this dumb nigga, Mag 7? He said Tank ain't gotta do nothing. He literally, bro, I'm making a short of it. He said Tank ain't gotta do nothing. What are you talking about, bro? Yes, he does. There's 4 belts. He has 1. There's 3 other champions. Undisputed, unification, what's going on? He said Tank ain't gotta do nothing. Those are the fanatics that fucked up boxing. They did that. They did that. They did it. And now, because we didn't have it together all of these years, we're supporting nonsense. We're supporting underachievement and buying into marketing schemes. Real fighters that was doing real work fell under the radar. Or there was a smear campaign led against them. K-Rod, salute. There was a smear campaign. For the life of me right now, y'all can't tell me why there's hatred towards Devin Haney. We said we want fighters that chase greatness, get belts, fight anybody. And y'all hate this kid? What the hell? Tank come through with greasy hair, all of these tattoos, and does what he wants to do, and doesn't fight his contemporaries, and y'all love that because of an appearance? And then y'all say, oh, Devin's nose is too big. We hate his dad. And he's trying to be like Tank? Nah, Devin has a father in his life, and he's too well-spoken. You want to talk about an appearance? All those kids dress like that and got tattoos. All those kids do that. What are we talking about? Why are we talking about that? Can I get the fight? I want to know who's better. And it turns into a monkey fest. Planet of the Apes. Niggas bouncing off of walls. Why Tank ain't got to do anything? Why AJ ain't got to do anything? This guy ain't got to do shit. This guy ain't got to do shit. Yo, wait a minute. This guy has a contemporary. This guy's your contemporary. All those belts that were moving around at 35 and Tank ain't got to do nothing? I told y'all, people have to qualify to talk boxing with you. I don't have to like deal with that. But that thought process It's how we got here. Nobody saw Turkey coming. He came through with real bread and shut shit down. Jai Opatai said, yeah, I'm going to drop my belt to go get this money. And I think it was, what was it, the IBF? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it the WBO or the IBF? I forget. But they said, hey, man, you go over there and take that fighter in Saudi. We're going to take your belt. He said, take the fucking belt. I'll get it back. And that's what he did. They didn't say, we're not giving it back. You know why? They need Jai. And that's what these fighters never understood. Well, they understood it, but they felt they didn't have any other options. That's what they felt. What else am I going to do? This is just how it is. No! I need to show y'all something. Let me show you this. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. What the fuck? All right. Hold on. There we go. This went right over my head. This is from 2015. Sources, written by Dan Raphael. Miguel Cotto refused to pay $300,000 sanctioning fee. This was 2015, y'all. WBC strip lineal champion Miguel Cotto of his middleweight belt Tuesday, just 4 days before his mega fight against former unified middleweight champion Canelo Alvarez in Vegas. Did y'all know about this? Some of you may. There it is right there. Y'all know about that? Now, Mauricio was told about a $300 sanctioning fee. I mean, $300,000 sanctioning fee. Those fees are based off of a percentage of what you make. So I'm telling you off the bat, this hoe ass dude lied. Mauricio, he lied. It wasn't 300,000. It was more. It was like 1.2 million. Dude's a liar. But what was interesting was, well, I'll let you hear it for yourself. Listen to this dude, bro. I need you to listen.
Not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that.
Stop right there. $50 million? You know, leading up to that fight, dudes told me it was less than that. Y'all know I don't care about money. I want to see the fight. $50 million? How does he know he made $50 million? Interesting, right? Well, let's listen to what he has to say.
That the WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000.
0.6%? I got any mathematicians in here? So he's trying to say that he lowered the percentage as a courtesy to him. Is that what he's saying? Because you know he has his accent, right? Am I getting that? So 0.6% of 50 million is $300,000? Mauricio's in the chat. Yeah, explain that. Any mathematicians in here? Because I don't know. I didn't do the goddamn math. Is 0.6% of 50 million $300,000? Anybody in here? Can anyone do the math right now? Gio James, Bronx on deck, salute. Anybody? Cedric said yes, it is. 0.6% of $50 million is $300K. I'm asking because I don't know. Okay, they said yes. He said close. Okay.
With $225,000 going to.
He said 200. So if Bud paid the 300,000, 225 was going where? Watch this.
The Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund.
The Boxers Fund. Wait, let me bring that back. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said.
$225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund.
Y'all ever heard of that? Huh? Boxers Fund? There's a Boxers Fund sponsored by the WBC? I've never heard of it. I talked to a few fighters that, you know, fought under the WBC. They've never heard of it. Lamont Griffith said it's $3 million. All right. So I'm okay. I'll get back to that. I don't know what the okay, I don't know. Boxers Fund? What is that? What is that? There may be one. I'm saying I've never heard of it. I talked to a few WBC fighters that are retired. They've never heard of it. It's sort of like when you go to your job and you don't want to burn out your sick time and ruin your evaluation, and then your union says, you don't know about FMLA? No. You think management is going to tell you about FMLA? They get so mad with you. Yo, I'm not coming in. Why? FMLA. They be like, damn it, because they can't touch you. They can get mad all they want. They can't touch you. FMLA is management's kryptonite. That's government right there. They can't do anything.
Which is to help former fighters in need.
To help former fighters in need. I hope they're helping Angel Man Freddie. I talk to Freddie Pendleton at least 3 times a week. They're in need. I'm just asking. I'm just asking because I don't know.
And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you.
Thank you? For what? Look at his face, bro. Somebody screenshot that, please, and send it to me. Mook, what up, Mook? Somebody, please. He said not even a thank you. Please, somebody screenshot and send that shit to me, please. Lord have mercy. Not even a thank you. Oh my God. Oh shit. This is funny. This is funny. Yo, dead ass. This is funny. Oh my God. Mook Tube at University Music in that super chat. He says, Biff, boxing is fun. Pulled that out of his ass. Lord have mercy, bro. Oh, this is comical. Thank you, brother. Not even a thank you. He's been graping fighters for years.
Or I'm sorry.
What is Bud apologizing for?
Taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best.
No, you don't. You want him to die in a car fire. Go ahead and say it.
But this is not. The WBC is huge. It's great.
Mauricio, where are the franchise belts? Are they behind you somewhere? If I go to the WBC convention, right, am I going to see the franchise status belts on that wall? That's my question.
It's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
He's relieved. What are you relieved for? One of the greatest fighters to brandish that belt left you high and dry, according to you. And instead of talking to him behind the scenes and saying, all right, let's work something out, but I see value in you waving my belt. Instead of you doing that, you try and hoe him. Where's my money, bitch? Well, you know what those hoes did? You know what that hoe did? He said, wait a minute. I'm the one on the track. I'm the one working the blade. I'm the one working the blade. I don't need you. I got a deuce in my purse. And if any John act out, I'm going to blow his eyeballs out the back of his fitted cap. And I ain't talking about with my jaws either. With a bullet. Don't need your protection. Don't need to split this money with you. And there's a lot of A-listers that saw that. And now people are speaking up. Like, yo, man, I held that belt. Steve Cunningham was in mad chats on the gram saying, man, sanctioning fees. Do y'all know that when, what's his name? Glenn Johnson. What belt did he win, but he couldn't afford to keep it? So he had to vacate it. I forgot which one, but he won and he couldn't afford the fees. Look at this. Thank you, Thomas. WBC is a 501c3 nonprofit. What does that mean? When nonprofit? Y'all know what that means. Nonprofit. They're supposed to list all their assets and expenses and tax reports. Also, I'm curious what it shows for the money that they donated to programs to help former fighters. It might be $3. Tell them to list it. Can't let him. Man, we should do a whole show on that shit. Open the books. What fighters have they helped? They may have. Open the books. Nonprofit means tax write-off, y'all. I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know that. Thank you, Chris Legg. He vacated the IBF before the Tarver fight because business was going to get in the way with that. But he vacated that belt so that they could fight. Carlos Baldomir beat Zab Judah. Was it the Zab Judah fight? Carlos ended up with a belt that he couldn't afford. Tata Baldomir. Or AKA Chester the child molester. Just look up. I don't like talking about him. Look up why he's in jail. He won a belt that he couldn't afford to keep. I've never heard of such a thing. So you couldn't, my brother DJ Zion Love in the building, you couldn't make an exception because you saw no value in Bud with your green belt? How much courtesy did you extend the guy that he whooped on, Canelo Alvarez? A bunch. A bunch. Fight Triple G. Fuck you, take this belt. All right, you about to fight Jamal Charlo. No, I'm not. Think of something. Franchise. Instead of saying, Canelo, what you doing? The fanatic said, Jamal don't get a shot. Yep. That's right. Hey, Loma, it's time for you to fight Devin. Mauricio, do something. I can't fight this big nigga. Literally, that's probably what he said. I can't fight this big nigga. Ah, franchise. He's the second one. Then he fights Teofimo, loses, and then I see them handing Teofimo the belt. I said, that's the franchise belt. It's not transferable. The original rules were it cannot be transferred. It's a special privilege. It's a new concept. He told that to who? Barbershop Conversations. I was in the chat. I was listening. And when he was explaining it during that live stream, if you could find it, go find when he was on Barbershop Conversations. Because I swear to God, that man got drunk live on stream. We kept asking him questions, and I swear he was taking shots off camera. All of a sudden, his hair was getting leaned over. The lighting got all fucked up. Bags under his eyes. I said, what's wrong with this dude? And he was trying to explain it, and everyone was like, well, Mauricio, that still doesn't make sense. Look, it's just a new concept. Y'all have to get used to it. Well, we left it alone, and what happened? It went from being non-transferable to transferable once a Latino won it. And then you find out that Teofimo, who was a top-ranked fighter, WBO, said that he had a meeting with the WBC to what? Freeze Devin out. He said it. He said it. 2018, he said it. I said, what is he talking about? And then we saw it a little after the pandemic. This plan was in motion for at least 24 months. It was in motion. All he had to do was beat Loma. No, I'm sorry. He beat Loma. They were saying he was undisputed. They were freezing out Devin, calling him an email champion. That's why I said that was their responsibility. They were supposed to shut that shit down. They didn't. They ignored it and let nature take its course. Then he fucks around and loses to George Kambosos. And at that point, it was out of his hand. Devin came in and cleaned shit up. Tio didn't want no smoke. Shakur ain't want no smoke. Tank ain't want no smoke. Those are the facts. Nobody wanted it. Shakur didn't want it on the way out. He knew his worth, right? That's what he told him. Not enough money. Money, right? Not enough money. And Devin don't sell. And this, that, pay-per-views. Remember all of that? He only sold 17,000 pay-per-view. Hashtag boxing. Remember that? That fat cracker lion, remember that? You remember all of that? So he knows his worth, but he forced Edwin De Los Santos, and ESPN said it was a stinker. Did he make the same money with Edwin De Los Santos? How about this? Was the price bigger? No and no. It wasn't on pay-per-view. He didn't make the same money, and it wasn't a shot at undisputed in one fight. And Devin was going to be drained. That's what he said. So Devin leaves, goes to 140. And you clowns are saying Devin ran to 140. No, he left because nobody wanted to fight. But he ran, though, right? You niggas are amazing. Well, here's how God works. In the midst of all of that confusion, talking crazy about Devin, all of that bullshit y'all was talking, pay-per-view sales and all this shit, enter Turkey Al-Sheikh. And I knew he wasn't playing. When he said, I got 50 mil, y'all come to Saudi and fight. Devin said, I'm up, let's do it. What did Tank say? Some of y'all speak ape. Yeah, you know, I'm not going down there. I'm not going down there. That's Devin's man. I'm gonna need a knockout to win. You just send me 2 Ferraris and send it straight to Baltimore. Dumb nigga. Let me see, 25 million and 2 Ferraris. $25 million and 2 Ferraris. $25 million and 2 Ferraris. Look, I'm no mathematician, but yeah. Okay. Just say you don't want to fight, man. Just say you're scared. And Devin has gone on to fight for millions of dollars. And all y'all done was talk shit. While y'all talking and ducking and looking stupid in the ring and getting knocked on your ass by Rolly Romero and the other niggas running in the strip clubs and beating up bottle bitches and once again blowing $40 million paydays against heavyweights. Devin's making bread and he's in his third weight class and he's now a champion. What the fuck are y'all doing? All I see is the work. And while y'all get on y'all stupid ass podcast, your weak ass live streams, surrounded by a bunch of niggas that need to hear that feel good because they can't think for themselves. They're incapable of looking at the facts for themselves. They want to listen to your bullshit. K-Ho. While y'all doing that, all I see is the work. I see Devin about to make another $1 million payday. Well, millions, plural. Looking for the smoke. His work, he's reaping the awards from his work. And Tank is about to fuck around and go to prison, probably. And if he don't go, the only fight everyone wants to see is him versus Lamont Roach. What the fuck? What are we talking about here? Y'all did not anticipate Turkey. Y'all didn't anticipate that. Now the WBC is high and dry. And they in their feelings. But he shined the spotlight on their ass. Now I'm telling y'all, the trade-off is this. These A-list fighters, they got it made. But these motherfuckers in those local gyms, like Black said yesterday, they ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. How do they get the attention of what's going on in Saudi? They got to come and improve their worth. Gone are the days of this fighting once a year shit. That shit's over with. Devin's never on that. Canelo was. Unless it was a fight he knew he could win. Cherry picking? Nope. If Dana White gets in control of this shit, that's over with. You're fighting your contemporary. Hey, man, everyone wants to see you fight that guy? Y'all fighting. No, I'm not. Okay. You don't have to fight. But we ain't got to pay you. So long. You will be replaced. Because we want the pure talent. There's going to be a bunch of boxers trying to get the attention of Saudi. And I don't care who your favorite fighter is. They're going to have to perform. Y'all remember when who did Turki Al-Sheikh tell him to take that green belt off after they won it in the ring? Take that off. Move that. Take that. Get that off the screen. Take this belt I'm giving you, this fucking 24 karat gold solid belt. Take this. Take this. And tell the other sanctioning bodies, take that. Get out. Big bank, little bank. Gone are the days, the old days of doing shit. Let me get this straight. I win a fight, I gotta pay you to keep that belt. No, the world saw me kick my contemporary's ass. I don't need your belt. Imagine fighting for $1.2 million. And you got to pay your trainer, your corner, the facilities you use to training, and you got to pay the WBC a few $1,000s. That 1.2 drops down to like $90,000 real fast. You have to fight again. Fuck out of here. Riyadh season, you ain't got to do that. One face, one name. Y'all laughed at Deontay when he said that, right? Y'all laughed when we said, yo, Devin's running around chasing legacy, man. It means something. Turkey saw the work. He said, come on over here. What, Tiafimo? You ain't make $1 million? How about this? Fight Devin. I got 11 of those things for you. He said, I don't want to fight that style. Wait a minute, nigger. Yellow nigger. Barracuda mouth looking ass nigger. Light-skinned nigger. Wait a minute, nigger. You never made $1 million. Turkey got 11. You still ducking Devin Haney? Why is that not front page news? Tell me why. Why is that not plastered all over Boxing Scene and World Boxing News and Box News 24? No, they supported that bullshit. 88 Sports Talk in that super chat. He says, bro, Trick Nolte brought so many retired fighters on your show. Mauricio talking about a boxing fund. Where's the help for these fighters that are effed up? Yes. Yes. I tell you, when I ended the stream, when we had Angel Man Freddy, I teared up. I didn't know he was messed up like that. When his eyes wasn't moving. I have not been back, 503 Line, my brother in the building. I have not been back to watch that goddamn stream. I can't look at it, bro. Yeah, Felix, you ain't know that about Carlos Balderman? Yeah, man. That's real shit. David Scott, salute. Dead serious, Brothers UK in that super chat. Salute to you, brother. Much love and appreciation. Always support, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. I want to show you something else. Because I scrolled down. He's talking to Ak and Barack. Listen to this.
As you see.
No, not that one. God damn it.
Not.
Wait a minute.
As you.
It's not there no
As you see
damn.
here.
He did not.
He asked Ak and Barack. No, I think who's Ak? No, Barack is the black one, right? Well, he's standing there with both of them, right? And they asked him, Barack, I'm gonna assume that's the black one. He asked him, what is the belt that you created that was you're most proud of? Motherfucker says, the Juneteenth belt. The Juneteenth belt. That's what he said. The Juneteenth belt? Now, why do you think he said that? He said it because there's a black man standing there. Dummy. That's why he said it. That's why he said it. You ain't got to stroke no egos over here. Because there ain't no egos over here. Fuck that belt. That shit was a prop. Where's the franchise status, dummy? We know what you did. Man, these chickens are coming home to roast. But anyway, let's get to what Bud had to say. Let's get to what Bud had to say. I want y'all to see his face. This is what Bud had to say.
Man.
Shout out to Bud. This is on the Instagram.
Listen. I got something to say. I got a lot to say.
I got something to say.
I got a lot to say.
Pun intended.
What's up, though, everyone? I'm gonna say that first and foremost. I'm gonna just say what's up. But I gotta dive right into it. You know, I see Mauricio, you know, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right?
Y'all heard that, right? So it wasn't $300K. Thank you.
They ain't gonna tell me. I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Well, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanction bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you the WBC think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. Fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You won't.
At this point, I had to bring it back because I was literally in the gym screaming at the top of my lungs. EJ in that super chat salute. He says belt fund are only for the skin complexion only. Yeah, because I can't think of a black one they've helped. I need a list of fighters that fund has helped. That they said, nah, I was in a bind and they helped me. I need to know that.
Me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agreed to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck?
What?
You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in?
That's not me.
Fucking wear down as the years pass. That don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else. You or nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me. I don't see it. It irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we got to pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy.
Let me pause it right there. Is he lying? Is he lying? I knew about sanctioning fees for a very long time. A very long time. And they never made sense to me. From when I was a teenager, I knew about sanctioning fees. It never made sense. But you know what happened? It becomes normalized. I'm like, oh, well, that's just how it is. No, there's always another option. Win the fight, dump the belt. Oh, well, you're no longer the champion. Oh, we're stripping you. And that's another thing the WBC was good for doing. You remember when Devin had shoulder surgery? They stripped his ass immediately. They gave it back, but they took it. I'm like, why did they take it in the first place? Why are all these exceptions made for Canelo Alvarez? Why? Because he was good for business. They didn't want Devin Haney to wear their brand. They saw more value in Lomachenko and a Latin fighter and Teofimo Lopez. They didn't want George Kambosos to win it, but they couldn't stop him from fighting Devin Haney for the real belt. Salute to George for having balls. He played a lot of games, but at least he got what he wanted. I want to fight in Australia. Fine. I want to make more money. Fine. All he had to do was win. And he couldn't do it. That's all. These fighters need to take a stand, but you gotta be careful. Because killing all of these 4 sanctioning bodies, and putting all your eggs in the basket of Saudi, I hope you understand what you're doing if you do that. What Mauricio Sillyman was supposed to do was take this L. It's not even an L. You have under your banner probably one of the greatest boxers that we've seen in the last 25 years. And you fuck it off? This is why we look at Top Rank crazy. You had Floyd Mayweather and you fucked it off? How racist do you have to be? You had Deontay Wilder, 10 title defenses. You extended him no courtesy because you wanted to fly down to Dubai and do business with Daniel Kinahan. And when we told you that guy was a goddamn gangster, you told us, shut the fuck up. You're not Interpol. You're not the police. I'm judging Daniel Kinahan based off what he does for boxing. Literally a week later, $5 million bounty on his head, courtesy of the United States of America. You talking about I made a mistake? We said, man, yo, the gloves, I told you the gloves that they use in Wilder Fury 2 is in Sugar Hill's house. You didn't even go look. But when Labarbi got beat up by Rio Togo, the Japanese girl, y'all went and got those gloves the same night and said they were skinning on the gloves. I said, why do you not extend the same courtesy to Deontay Wilder? Nothing. And then we don't talk about why we say, yo, there's something racist behind this. Franchon Cruz Dezern. All we said was, hey, man, was Alejandro her man ass drug tested? You told us, shut up. You're bullying her because she's gay. No, we know she's gay. We see her in interviews with her girlfriend. Oh, she's really a woman. I'm not asking that. We're asking, was she tested? What happened after the fight? Oh, there's a problem right there. She's trying to grow a penis. She was going through a transition to become a man. Which is wild because does that make her girlfriend gay? Because being a lesbian means you want to be with a woman. So then why is your girlfriend trying to become a man? And you like, woman, whatever, man. Not my business. Boxing, please, right? And then when you found that out, how long did it take you to give Franchon Cruz Dezern back her belt? That was the WBC. These motherfuckers have a trail of destruction. Canelo, it's time for you to fight Jamal, franchise. Loma, it's time for you to fight Devin, franchise. Bud makes an historical. When is Mauricio, when did he ever say that this was a historical moment? Like he said when Fury beat Wilder, allegedly. He told us, shut up. We're trying to take away from a historical moment. That's what he said. And we said, no, fuck that. Check his gloves, man. These bleeding out his ears. What the fuck was that? You told us to shut up. You've done all of this. And now Bud says, you know what? I got this bread. I beat that prize pig. Why am I giving him $300K? Matter of fact, it was more than $300K. When I got this lineal belt, that's free. I already beat him. They stripped Usyk, right? We already saw him beat Fury. He's already been undisputed twice. He's only been undisputed twice because they took it again. They took it the first time. He won it again. So now when you look on his box rec, when he hangs it up officially, it's going to say two-time undisputed champion. We're like, well, how did he lose it the first time? No, he didn't lose it. They just took it. Fees for what? We don't pay to see these belts. We pay to see the best fight the best. Fuck those belts. And Turkey came through and paying these fighters real money. No, I'm not paying you money and then you got to give me back 1.2 and then pay. No. Bud, we paying you 70 mil and then you pay your camp. The rest is all you. And take this belt home with you. That's it. It's been robbery with these sanctioning bodies. And you want this brother to apologize? For what? apologize, man. You should be grateful that you got the bad parts of the pig. Be grateful that you're getting parts of the pig anyway. Be grateful you get the chitlins and the tail and the snout and the feet. Be grateful. Yeah, we've been grateful for a long time. A long time. They really, and the sarcasm when they said at that conference, we wish Bud the best. There's a big old cartoon cutout of Bud, and they said you could sign it on the way out. Nah, you know what? Dead ass. I think that was a death threat. Yeah, I'm going there. I wish him well. Safe travels, whatever the fuck they said. Did y'all hear that? I said, that sounds like a threat. That's like someone that you don't like, but like, yeah, I'd have a nice day. You don't mean that. You want them to fall down a mountain, fuck a flight of stairs, a mountain. Johnson says, boxers form a union, other sport. You know what? That sounds great in theory. We spoke about that before. When we had Reggie Johnson on here, he was trying to organize a union. Boxing is a sport where it's pretty much every man for himself. And all of these sanctioned bodies and these promotions and these managers, they've played so much chess over to the point where they've made boxers dependent on them. The rap game used to be like that until rappers started understanding, hey man, don't no one care about what label I'm on. They want to hear me. And once they figured out how to market themselves, they became a little more free in reference to their content when they understood the business of it. And it got better when the technology developed where you can make entire albums in your own house. Back in the day, I remember having to pay to go to a studio, 4 hours. And you got to get in and out. You got to go in there and with a big old mix board and loop your sample and mix it down and then lay down the vocals. Yeah, 4 hours to do that, man. That was like a short amount of time. Yeah. Yeah. And once the artist took that power back, the labels had to change how they did things because they needed to make money off these niggas. Studios worldwide, they had to change how they did things. I mean, these rappers, they ain't coming to our studios and paying us for time anymore. They cut that middleman right out with these Apple computers and shit. They can make beats right in there. You could do a whole album in your damn house, lay the vocals down and everything. There are no studios anymore. They might be. I've been out the loop for almost 30 years. But you don't need them no more. So when I see guys like Devin Haney and Bill, they come through and they're cutting deals that works for them, I'm like, man, this is some revolutionary shit. Ali didn't do things like that. These guys paid the price for these fighters to do what they do. So when we say Devin's a boss, when we say Deontay Wilder's a boss, he made his own way. DHP made their own way. Errol got caught up in this PBC shit. He's not broke by far. But he started asking the right questions right before he did what? Fight Bud. Those guys don't hate each other. And I firmly believe that behind the scenes, they were talking about a lot of business. Didn't Bomac said that Bud was instrumental in making that fight? Helping Errol make that fight? I believe that. I believe that. Wholeheartedly, I believe that. Bud's not dumb. I didn't like when he got on Instagram and tried to explain the conversation between Al Heyman. The reason why was because I'm like, man, I don't like these guys saying the quiet parts out loud. Just move in silence. It sounded wrong. Come to find out, What I took from that was what he said, what? When Al Heyman told him, I'm not letting anybody near that fight. Remember when he said that? I said, whoa, what? I believe that. Now, why the fuck would Al Heyman say that? You know Al Heyman, the pro-black promoter? I'm sorry, he's not a promoter. He's not a manager. He's an advisor. The guy that they tried to sue that we was running around protecting all this time, right? That guy told Bud, I'm not letting anyone near this fight. Wow. Well, look at Bud now. And look at the PBC now. Just look. Just look. Pay attention. Don't take my word for it. Just look at what's going on. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. You see? This is what I'm talking about. Now, I'm glad Bud did this. And we're celebrating now. But God damn it, I want you to think about the fighter in your city that you know is nice and won't get a look. If those sanctioning bodies go belly up, what are they going to do? Everyone's going to have to go to Saudi. And Dana White's going to love that. He's going to have fighters by the millions. Not hundreds, not thousands, the millions. And he's going to have his pick from the litter. And he may pick a marketing scheme. We were just talking about how we're not really sold on Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker might be the last actual marketing scheme ever. They're going to sell him off of his light skin and good looks. But can he fight? We don't know. We need to see more. Yeah, he got an outstanding knockout last weekend. Who was that guy? Canelo voice. Who's that guy? Yeah, he might be nice. We don't know yet. But how did AJ pan out? He did some things, but it was marketing. We're talking about him unifying to become undisputed with Deontay. Eddie Hearn meets us with seat sales and how he sells out Wembley. Nobody cares. Make the fight. Sell out Wembley fighting Deontay. Somebody's going to be right. Somebody's going to be wrong. So Haney going to sleep. He says, sorry, Drew, Bud is shilling for TKO in Saudi. Goodbye. But let me take something that you said, because I'm already saying it, stupid. Be careful what you ask for. Because it's good for Bud. It's good for Devin. It's good for guys like Jael Patai and Alexander Usyk. All those top 10 guys that are already over there, it's great for them. I'm talking about the unborn. What do I mean by the unborn? The fighters that are nice with it that you don't know. It's going to be like looking at those movies where, like Back to the Future, certain things happen that changed in the past, that changed the future. Certain people were never born. One change changes everything. If the boxers had to operate under a UFC system, how's that going to pan out? We're going to get the fights that we want, the fights that are required. And they're going to ration out that money. Dana White's going to ration out that money however he sees fit. He's going to have a budget. He's going to organize it. And gone are the days where the marketing schemes, just because they got a bunch of homosexuals like that clown in the chat and teeny bopping girls, like a guy because of his greasy hair. You can like him all you want. But he's going to have to perform under drug-free circumstances. Then what you going to do? Sink or swim. You got to be nice with it. You're literally going to have to jockey for your position. The only people making those $1 million paydays, those big time paydays, will be the top 3 to 5 guys. It won't be these low-level dudes. They don't care how many Instagram followers you got or anything. So this is a power move by a power player. Who better to do it than Bud? And I love the fact that he said it out loud. So we could want these sanctioning bodies to go away. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't feel sorry for the WBC. You devalued your brand with the franchise status. I was done with you then. There wasn't this much malice when Canelo told you, go to hell. I'm not fighting Triple G until I'm ready. He didn't do that. But let's go back to Bud real quick.
Then he said, allegedly, I made X amount of money. You don't know how much I made. You don't know how much I made. Once again, you're speculating. You're speculating. So listen, Mauricio, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens, you know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, you know, said congratulations.
He said congratulations with a snake eye. He did not want Canelo to lose. And by the way, dudes came in here with a ghost account that says, Haney going to sleep. How'd that work out for you? How'd that work out for you? And now you're in here trying to badmouth Bud. You can't badmouth Bud. How'd that work out for you and Canelo? How much money did you lose? You see? How'd that work out for Ryan? Don't Ryan Garcia got Rolly Romero problems? Right? Trying to get Devin Haney problems, but he's ducking. Mr. Mont, the real OG Mr. Mont. Salute to you in that super chat. Much love, good brother, big brother. Thank you. You see, time reveals all truth. There's nowhere for these knuckle draggers to go. And these beaners, there's nowhere for them to go. Beaners are done. Go into the rice, and we ate. We love beans and rice over here. We love it. It tastes great. I'm serious. Philip D, salute. I'm serious. We love beans and rice. We love beans and rice over here. Back in the day, I had a Dominican chick. Oh, my God. Got fat fucking with her. All she did was feed me and dance. Whatever. Bro, just sidebar. She loved to dance. We'd eat, and then we go to this lounge, and they play all kinds of music that I didn't even fucking understand. And all she did was spin, and, you know, the hair. Oh, man, she smelled so nice. Called me Poppy. She fed me and danced, and fed me and danced. And her goddamn brother did something illegal, and they had to leave and go back to DR. Heartbroken. Damn. Her brother was cool as fuck, but that nigga was a criminal. He did something, and then she said, yo, we got to go back to DR. I said, what happened? Well, my brother and da-da-da-da-da, and he's on Rikers right now, and da-da-da-da-da, and then she started talking about deportation, and we got to go. I said, you dead ass? Yup, wasn't playing her, her sister. They packed up and left. Heartbroken. Damn it. That was 95? 95, 96? Wonder what she's doing now. Probably got 2 kids, and whoever bagged that, man, congratulations, man. She was fine. Smelt good. I ain't even got to tell you about the bedroom action. Big old ass. And she could cook. We like beans and rice over here, man. What do you mean? We love it. Oh, my. Shout out to my Latinas. Oh, my God. Huh. I don't know what man. I sat there and watched her cook. And her mom. Oh, my God. Her mom was gorgeous too. I'm like, man, no wonder you got 7 seeds. Her father passed, but he went crazy in there. Mommy had the whole the one-piece nightgown, and I ain't even gonna hold you. Her mom go walking through the house. She knew. Stop looking at my mom. Yo, your mom fine. At least I know what you're gonna look like in the next 20 years. So friendly, and her brothers and sisters was mad cool. But she had this one motherfucker that was in the streets. He got caught doing something and fucked off with somebody, and they was talking about deportation, and they said we got to bust this move, and they left in a week. Shout out to Washington Heights. I was upset. Shout out to my Dominicans. Whew. I haven't met an ugly Dominican woman. I'm dead serious. I've never, I haven't met one. I've never been introduced to a ugly Dominican woman, ever. I don't care if they're black or you know, with the European features. No, I've never been introduced to one. Never. Don't fuck around because they will stab you in the forehead. Look at Thomas lies, man. Shut up. Don't mind him. He's Boricua. Well, half. Oh my gosh. Shout out to DR. I ain't even gonna hold you. Once I got acclimated to social media, you think I didn't look for her? I was like, maybe she on Facebook. Maybe she on the gram. Never found her. They packed up and left. They had a 3-bedroom in the Heights. They packed up and they were gone. I drove by there. I said, yo, they niggas around the corner was like, yo, bro, they broke out. They got in a U-Haul. They said, yo, they were telling me what old boy did, but I mean, they did something bad. When you have law enforcement and the streets looking for you, no, like they had to go. I don't know exactly what he did, but they had to go. I was like, geez, all right. Whew. 38 inches, hips. Butt like a half moon, and this was not the BBL era. Tiny little waist, 36C boobs. Oh my gosh. That was good business. But she gone. She gone. Oh, why? She's gone. Oh, why? I was in the middle of the street like, no. I was on Amsterdam Avenue on my knees with my fist in my chest like, no. Started raining and shit. Cars driving by. Get the fuck out this street. This nigga go crazy, man. Come on, papi. It's over. Jesus Christ. Shut up. Your Count Dracula sounding ass. Leave me alone. I'm heartbroken. Fuck. Anyway. Boxing, please. He said Ethiopian women clear Dominican women by miles, Drew. You know, I've heard a lot of great things about Ethiopian women. Thing is, I'm off the market. And I don't need to be, my eyes don't be wandering like that. But I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, good brother. I'll take your word for it. Shout out to all my Latinos. Shout out, man, for real. Anyway, back to Bud.
Instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting.
You see what I mean? He saw it too. Mauricio pretty much told Bud, you beat Canelo so convincingly, he told you, fuck you with a smile. He saw it. He saw it.
But listen, though, You should have took the money, and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion.
Shout out to Bud. Look at his face. Yeah, Bud. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh man, I'm loving this. Yo, I'm never getting rid of this video at all. And we need to protect Bud at all costs, because they're gonna try and take his life. I'm dead serious, bro. They're that gangster, and they hate us to that degree. I didn't like what he was saying, Mauricio, when he's talking about I wish him the best, and they're signing that oak tag cutout at the convention. Man, that was sarcasm, man.
As your champion, the WBC champion, the undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to say, oh, well, you stripping me. Like, I've been stripped before. The IBF just stripped me when I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the #1 belt in the division.
Where's the lie?
That trumps all belts. And guess what? It's free. It's free.
What the that's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courtin', he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo killed That's a hard part right in there, and then nephew. Crambo killed a la flop a doodle yellow bug too long did he cover up top bottom it. Crambo.
Go! Ooh, they mad. They mad. They mad.
How you love that? $180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder how much your belt cost.
1.2 mil.
Huh? I don't see no receipts on your belt. It's crazy. Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts. You got some nerves. It's crazy that you can sit up there and have all these belts. You know, you got the WBC silver, the WBA intern,
Hey,
the whatever belt y'all.
you see what I mean? You see? We've been saying that. What is this? The silver champion, the franchise champion, the gold champion, the motherfucking 30 Days a Slave champion. What the fuck?
God. And you taxing these fighters every time they fight, and you claim that you for these fighters. You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters.
Ooh.
But hey, I wish you the best, you know? I wish you the best. You and your company, you know, Turkey. I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, you know, people face like this guy, you know, go away from boxing because they ruin their sport with all these antics that they do. You know, they got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez.
Oh!
you know, they don't strip these fighters, but I give credit to the IBF. They stripped me. They ain't even give me time. They stripped me, pop me. Even though I wasn't, you know, coming back down the way, but you know, they handled their business.
No time.
They did what they were supposed to do.
Hold on. IBF ain't waste no time. He wasn't coming back down. They stripped him, right? When is the WBA gonna strip Tank? Or is he good for business? So they think. The
WBA.
They will let him keep that WBA strap to fight Jake Paul, right? And mind you, this is a belt he said he didn't want in the first fucking place. And now he might be going to jail. He ain't got nothing lined up. Why does he still have that belt?
You see, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo. Benavidez. He was what, mandatory for like 2 years?
Y'all heard that?
Crazy. But you know, that's that favoritism shit.
Yep.
But I'm good though, baby. I'm good. I'm living life. I'm happy. You know? Yeah, man. Still the champion. Can't take that away from me. History already been made, baby. The great, like I said yesterday, I am legend. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm about to go in here and give me a turkey burger.
I'm gonna get a turkey burger. That went right over your head, didn't it? I'm gonna get a turkey burger with some Aliceek sauce. Yes. Yes. I'm celebrating now. But can I ask y'all a real question? Will we be celebrating later? Look, I want the WBC to fail. Yes, they've done too much. From Daniel Kinahan, the franchise status, to stripping Bud and goalpost moving and all kinds of shit. I've been done with them. They haven't respected any black fighter that came through there. They haven't. They haven't. But I need y'all to be careful now. Because if everybody follows suit, right? The fighters in the limelight now will benefit from this. But what about the unborn? For those of you that have jobs that have a union, that term, F the unborn, that means, like, when it comes time for negotiations, when you're negotiating money and the length of disciplinary actions or whatever, you got to go in there and negotiate certain things. Money, time, overtime, and stuff like that. And they say, okay, everybody that was hired from 2020 to now, y'all will benefit from this deal. But everybody that was hired in 2026, we're going to have to do another deal, and it's going to be less than what y'all doing now, what we giving y'all now. So do y'all want to do that? But, you know, we'll give you what you want now. You guys, if you were hired from 2020 to 2025, we'll give you what you asking for now. But 2026, we got to get what we want out of this. Get back to us. And as a union, we got to sit back and say, well, do we, go for the gusto now? Because this is really great for us now. But it's going to be worse for the guys that get hired in January. Do we say fuck the unborn and go for self? Or do we say, nah, we'll take less of what we're asking for, but we got to come back in January and renegotiate again? Do y'all know how annoying that is? and everything as workers that we're asking for, it's just right. We're out here doing the work. And management don't want to give you shit. And what little that you do get, they want to make sure that the people that come in behind you get less than that. See what I mean? Fuck the unborn. So we're celebrating Bud now, and all the fighters that are $1 million fighters, we can celebrate them now. But what about that kid right now that's hitting the bag and he's 15 years old and he got all the talent in the world? It's going to be, how do we get Saudis to come look at us? We're still having these tournaments. How do we get somebody from Boxer or I'm sorry, not Boxer, TKO? Dana's going to have a unit of people go out to 4 corners of the globe and go to these gyms. And where some of these kids, you know, where, you know, if they make their pro debut, they could have been making, I don't know, let's say it was $5,000. Now TKO is going to say, no. Your pro debut is going to be $500. And I'm just going to keep my eye on you. We'll do shit like pay for your gym time or whatever have you, but we got to keep, because we got to make sure you're the goods before we fly you out to Saudi and start putting you on these pay-per-views or whatever. You see what I mean? Shit like that. Something to think about. And this is what Black was talking about yesterday. We got to be real careful with what we ask for. Now, he's poked at the WBC. I like the move that he pulled. It's a power move, but they ain't done yet because he made a move out of principle. But there's always going to be some monkeys that's going to run up behind Bud. When Bud walks off, there's going to be some monkey that's going to run through the door. Oh, Mauricio. I'll pay whatever sanctioning fee. Just give me that meeting with Dana White. I'll fight for you, boss. There's always some monkey. One man's food is the other man's poison, and vice versa. Eric Jordan, that super chat. He said, shout out to the Ninja Sword. Whack, jack, smack, no mistakes. You already know what time it is.
Whack, jack, smack.
Motherfuckers out here, man.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Well, General's on. I want to see what this brother got to say about that, man. Shout out to Bud. This was a power move personally for him. I am never deleting that video. He absolutely G-checked Mauricio Sillyman, and he deserved it. I doubt that there's anybody that sides with Mauricio Sillyman in the WBC. Because if you do, you're just a goddamn idiot. You're just a goddamn idiot. And you don't like black fighters, because no Latin fighter will say this to Mauricio Sillyman. They'll never do it. They'll never do it. And it's further proof you don't like when a black man is in a position of power and does what's necessary, does the right thing by his pockets, his family, and inadvertently does it right by the community. And by the way, you know, let me just make it clear. Bud wasn't doing this and saying, oh, I'm doing this for black people. No. But I respect him doing this for himself because it was the right thing to do. And inadvertently, he gave us something to root for again. He didn't fight Canelo and say, I'm doing this for my brothers and sisters. No, he did it for himself. And Bud is reaping the benefits of his hard, clean work. And I respect it. So shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. Shout out to all the fighters that are paying the price because they're now reaping their benefits. And oh yeah, 2025 has been really enlightening, hasn't it? Wait till I do the year in review. Because I ain't got to lie. But it's people's interpretation of how they saw things. The fighters that they root for that hasn't done anything, they're going to interpret it as everyone else's fault, but the fighter that they support. Wait till my year in review is going to be so enlightening. But shout out to y'all cross-worded, knuckle-dragging, word salad ass niggas.
And 450. And No end. Brandy.
Niggas run the point guard on a shitty team. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.